Oh, look, the cloud. What is the cloud? Well, that cloud over there is a whole bunch of water vapor that's been evaporated up in the sky and can weigh up to 10 million tons just sitting above our heads. Could fall as rain any time. But in computing terms, that is not at all what the cloud is. The cloud is a whole bunch of other computers, mainly actually data centers, that we choose to host our data on, that allow to contain all of our storage, process information, and make loads and loads of computations on our behalf so that we, whether it's us as individuals or large businesses, don't have to have the kind of infrastructure at home, all the parts and pieces, the power concerns, the cooling, the on-site tech support in order to actually run those things. And that can be good, it can be bad. Basically, it's, we're giving permission to total strangers to have our data, and that shows up kind of everywhere. Within, like I'm on YouTube right now, I'm providing them with data, you guys are accessing it remotely, and we're all hopefully kind of hunky-dory with it. But at other times, sometimes you kind of want to have your data. I know in terms of like the Nintendo DS and their models of business for delivering games, they're looking at changing the structure altogether in storing and hosting the games on their own private servers rather than delivering them in full to you as the customer. And they can charge you different prices for that particular service, and it's because we allow it. The market and capitalism has allowed us to hand over the keys of power in that regard. So instead of having, like say I used to have a Sega Genesis and then N64, where you have cartridges going in and you own the games fully, or also Xbox. Own the games fully. There wasn't any hosting it on a different platform or anything else originally, but nowadays that's how we do it. Why does it matter? So within the concept of who has control of the data, well, it matters a great deal. So other businesses can tap into the data networks, and sometimes they can see exactly what you put in, and sometimes they can see limited amounts, but it's dependent on the credentials that they're allowed for the most part. And so that can be good, can be bad. Why do we do that though? So as businesses, they make decisions based off of what are called CapEx or OpEx. So capital expenditures, meaning large upfront costs right now. Large projects that they're working on to have to provide the cabling, the racks, the cooling units, the servers, and blades that go in, the backup power, the UPSs, the routers and switches, access points, all of the other things that have to go into a data network to make things run. Businesses used to have to always shell up the cash. And now there's an operational expense model that allows them to pay over time, kind of like your Netflix subscription. Hopefully, everybody knows what Netflix is at least, whether or not you have a subscription, but it's kind of like old video rental centers. So you could have a massive private library, if I do say so myself, of DVDs and VHS tapes, but those take a lot of storage space. It takes a lot to have those, and you can't always find them unless you're really good about archiving your own content. And so instead, we outsourced it. First, we outsourced it to, let's say like Blockbuster Video was a big one, and that got changed out to Netflix. When they could ship it to your house, that was a revelation, rather than you having to go to a store and actually interact with people. And then even better when they could stream it. And now you really don't have to interact with anybody, not even the postman, in order to get your streamed content. And that's kind of the way of the world. But cloud computing itself can also serve other things. So there is true computing as a service as well that is being offered, and that's hosted by like Microsoft Azure, Google, Amazon Web Services. They all have cloud computing options, and that actually allows businesses to perform true computations for forecasting, for finance, for logistics and inventory control, for weather monitoring, for all the things that they might have to tie in order to run their business, or government, or massive surveillance platforms, just whatever it is. And then there's something that's called SaaS, which is not like, hey, I can't believe, did he just even? No, SaaS is SaaS, which is software as a service. And those are offerings that are delivered by folks like me, value-added resellers from other companies that allow businesses or users like yourself to have access to actual software. So an example of that might be, say, Intuit TurboTax. That is software that's provided to you as a service. And once again, can be good, can be bad. So you could have your prior iteration of it, which is you either actually buy the license key that allowed you to download the full software package, or now you can have the software package subscribed to you, and you have the ability to use it at your pleasure, displeasure, or hopefully convenience. But it's at a monthly charge and with different licensing models and structures that go with it. All of that ties into the cloud and is the evolution of the cloud and where we're going. If you don't like it, well, come up with some better options. Take on the infrastructure yourself. Figure out what the next ingenious concept might be. Otherwise, welcome to the cloud.